Yes, I do have a microphone. Spiraled out of control, and decades later, it turns out to be as Bengal, somebody who took advantage of people, abused them sexually, drugged them, and did all this wild, insane stuff. So from this photo, as you can see right there, as it's captured right here, shout out to this guy. He said, what is that Justin Bieber and Usher almost turned an Oscars after party into a reunion gone wrong. So it's saying Usher walked up on Justin with that we need to talk right now energy, and it went left quick. Justin allegedly started venting about how Usher switched up on him during that Diddy trial shit. But Usher wasn't about to just stand there. He fired back, bringing up how Justin been low-key disrespectful since the Super Bowl days. No punches, but that tension. Thick enough to cut with a knife. Now here's where it gets crazy. Insiders say Justin Bieber on a cut off everybody mission lately, burning bridges like it's part of the healing process or the downfall. And the wild part is, this all went down in a room full of celebs. From A-list celebrities everywhere, folks probably sipping drinks and acting normal while side-eyeing the whole situation like, phones was out, no phones was out, people were whispering Hollywood smiles in your face, then boom, pressure behind closed doors. Yes. Is this real beef finally boiling over or just industry drama getting reheated for attention? And as you can see in the photo right there, you can see Justin is like, you are the one, you betrayed me, you begged me to a... I think that's the kind of... Sweet, 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 sweet. Really? You're tweaking, bro. You're tweaking, man. You're tweaking, my nigga. You're tweaking, my nigga. Going on, I can't believe this at my party. Usher. Yeah. And you can see this. I believe there's a security detail trying to confront him. Yeah, you can see shots are held. You betrayed me. You made me get sick. I can only imagine what he was saying to him. But that's just a story of betrayal and heartbreak and disappointment. But in the first place, what was Justin assigned to Usher? But you need to understand as well, just to remind you, Usher was also underage when Diddy got custody of him as a child. And the things that he was put through, I'm sure one day if you'll ever talk about it, but I doubt if he will, there could be similar things that Justin Bieber was put through. And they could be the worst. They could be the worst. So all these people are just victims who, used each other in different ways to get ahead and take advantage of each other. Yeah, too bad. But Usher should have done better, man. Usher, you know better, bro. This is not what you do to another brother. But that industry is about, passing people around, Anyone listen to all the Hollywood confessions, you realize there's passing around. Even females are being passed around. Men are being passed around to other men who control the industry. And it gets wild. And the only thing we can say is we wish this dude all the best in healing. Because I can only imagine. I hear they tried to contact Usher's team. Nothing was said. Still crickets. But I trust a and I can't wait to get to the bottom of this. I'll be here to actually report what got your attention. What do you know? Guys, let me finish eating. I want to brief you on some of the hot trending stories. Give me some water. Okay, let's go back to the studio. We're good now. Oh, yes. Oh, nice. Is the lighting good? And the lighting is good, guys. I was on my lunch break, but let's get started. Yep, my mic is still on, guys. So I appreciate you, man. Thank you. This is some of the hot trending topics. All right, I can see there's a little bit of a sound. Can you hear me well, guys? Is it the lighting? And the lighting is good. The lighting is good. Lighting is good, right? Ouch! I have this thing. If I belch or if I burp, I feel extreme pain in my ear. I don't know what it is, man. But we're gonna get through this. So over the weekend, actually yesterday, because today is Sunday in my country, the first edition of American football fanatic, it's dubbed the Fanatics Flag Football Classic, was hosted yesterday, the first of its kind competition, including three 12-player teams to comprise of an incredible mix of current and former NFL stars and elite global athletes, and the third represented by USA football's reigning IFAF flag football world champion United States, the men's national team, setting up a world-class showdown between many of the biggest names in sports and the most accomplished flag players in the world. Founders FFC was also highlighted by captained also by Tom Brady and Jalen Hurts and coached by Sean Payton. The Wildcats FFC was also captained by Jaden Daniels and Joe Barrow and coached by Kylie Shanahan. And on Wednesday, March 18th, Tom Brady, Kevin Hart, Daniels, Barrow will draft their 12-person teams, or also drafted the 12-person teams from a pool of 24 current former NFL stars and athletes, as it was listed right over there. So what happened was Ishowspeed was among the big headliners who actually featured in the game. A lot of people thought that it was going to be like a soccer football playoff because initially he had just come from the Ballers League, but it's also happening in Miami. But it features some of these elite stars. There were dramatic moments as well from Drewski, including Ishowspeed, who actually took center stage for the whole entire thing. My light is tweaking. Let me just see if I can adjust my fill light. It's tweaking, man. It's tweaking, bro. I can't. Let me leave it alone. As long as you guys can see me, it's fine. I'm actually trying to get some of the clips of that. See if I can play it to you guys. But yeah, personalities like Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart was actually there. He did some sort of like an interview with Ishowspeed. Yes, actually, here it is.
I'm standing here with Speed. Speed right now the Wildcats seem to be in trouble. I'm going to ask a question I think the world is asking, which is, where is Speed in all of this? What is happening? What are you doing? What are you not doing? Why are you not as involved as I feel you should be? Okay, first off, Coach gave me a job. Coach gave me a role. He said, Speed, I need your speed today. I need you to rush the QB, pressure the QB. If you know football, I'm doing my job. I'm pressuring the QB to throw the ball. But now we switching up things. I'm playing quarterback. So now I'm getting interceptions now. I'm the opposite Speed. You seem like a hothead.
Of course, it's always a fun time moment when Ishowspeed appears to these events. You definitely see him get to do all the stunts, and most importantly, a backflip, and then he backs it up with backing. Damn, some of the comments say, yo, gotta understand Speed is fast, but he playing professionals, he could barely keep up with Smithy. Speed, no ball. Hi, family. Okay. Now, new cancer celebrity, they've got something they need to work on. At least Floyd Mayweather can box. Shout out the Philly Shell. Either way, streamer spiraling right now. He popped his pants. Oh my God, what is this? People are trolling him now? That's insane, bro. That's insane. That's insane for sure, for sure, for sure. For sure, for sure, for sure. Man, that's just insane, bro. That's insane. But anyways, away from that, before I actually get to some other hot trending stories, was when Justin Bieber confronted Usher. They got into a confrontation face-off after the Beyonce's Oscars after party. It is allegedly said that, as the Diddy files have been, recently. Anyways, during the trial of Diddy, Justin Bieber was actually among, you'd say, maybe the victims that maybe never got to speak out. But initially, the backstory was when when Usher was starting out, Diddy took custody of him. He was underage, so in some kind of sort of way, he was actually groomed. And you can imagine all the things that Diddy did, Diddy did, Diddy did to all his victims, both men and women, from drugging them, sexually abusing them, threatening them. Some of them were disappeared. All those heinous things, he did them to Usher. But then when Justin Bieber stepped on the scene, he was talented. He was just from Canada. His songs had gone viral. He had done a lot of covering or cover songs that actually put him on the map, and he needed a record label. So he got signed under Usher Raymond, and then Usher Raymond, later on, when things when he actually had to take a step higher, he had to be presented over to Diddy. Diddy acted as Justin Bieber's handler. Justin was only 12, maybe clocking 13. So all the things that they forced him to do, including performing OS, uh, uh, being penetrated and passed around, Hollywood the industry, and then almost getting blackballed. It was it was not consensual. That was abuse and that was pedophilia. So the reason why Justin was extremely furious and mad at Usher Raymond at the Beyonce's Oscars party is because while all that trial and the grilling was going on, he actually cut Usher Raymond off. He didn't want to hear from him. At some point, I think Usher Raymond was asked how it felt like or how it was growing up with, under P. Diddy's watch and custody. He said it's a story for another day. He don't want to delve into the nitty gritties. And of course, people folded that page and left it behind. But when Justin Bieber now started speaking out, he started acting out. At some point, he got saved. He started singing gospel songs. Then he went back to do his Hollywood thing. So he's in and out, trying to also at some point even exposing some of the ills that happened behind the scenes. So he almost lost his mind and all of those. So that's the drama actually behind the scenes. But then that photo is actually going viral. Let me show you the photo because I managed to actually get a screenshot of it yesterday. Don't think it's here. I'll have to look for it on 50 Cent's page. Let me see if I can get it. Yes, I think I got it. Yes, 50 Cent actually captioned it with a very wild. Yes, that's from the photo. 50 Cent says, so this is what he imagines what Justin Bieber possibly was saying. He says, I was a baby when you let him do that to me. And then he finishes off with a question. What's that? What I thought when I saw this picture. Yeah, but there's some outlets that are saying it's an AI photo, but I believe it could be AI. You just never know because at this point, there's a majority of media outlets and gossip blogs that also have tried to reach out to, you know, to Justin Bieber's team as well as Usher's team, but most of them have reported there's been no comment. So it's interesting. It's interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I think this is some of the part of the highlights. Anyways, let's get to some other trending stories right here. This one is alarming. It says men with no kids who have never married are a rapidly growing group. And I think I agree. If you know you're not like the rest, okay. So recent demographic reports show that men who have never married and do not have children are one of the fastest growing groups in many countries, including the United States. More men are reaching their 30s and 40s without following the traditional path of marriage and fatherhood, whether by choice, financial pressure, or even simply not having found the right partner yet. Researchers point to a mix of factors like changing views on relationships, rising costs of living, people prioritizing careers, hobbies, or personal freedom for longer. At the same time, surveys show many in this group are still open to marriage or kids in the future. They're just taking a different timeline than past generations. Please, I hope they're not associating this with being gay. Let me look at the comment section. At the comment section, it says, men marry for love, women make it a financial decision. Mhm. It's not like we didn't try. Social media ruined relationships. How has social media ruined men's relationship? Like, to me, I think of marriage, especially in a man's perspective, as a personal decision and choice, especially when you believe that you have the capacity to sustain it, make that choice and decision still as well, and the resources and even the environment and even the people, the support that you need to walk through that journey of marriage. So I don't see it as social media interfering. But then partially I'd agree because when you look at some of the models that have been presented to us of marriages, that worked or didn't work, especially those of celebrities, you would see people who are together for 3 decades going their separate way over something silly and stupid. You'd see, you'd witness close families divorcing because nowadays divorces are at a super high rate, at an alarming rate. People are just parting ways mysteriously. Also, most people come, most millennials, I believe, come from broken homes. So that could be a contributing factor. There's a man who commented, I can't even afford myself. Yeah, how? Yes, as a man with his wife since 14 and now 46 with 3 kids, I don't blame them. What? This is another man confessing. The men need to understand that real women are not in the US and Canada. Okay. With good reason, look at the quality of women these days. So, guys, do you also believe that the quality of women we have nowadays have contributed to men not wanting to enter into the institution of marriage? Do you believe, guys? Do you believe the kind of men we have today, the kind of women rather we have today, are not favoring men to marry them? There's a myriad of, reasons that have been shared here. Okay. All right. What do you make of that? There's a confession here. An Epstein survivor, Juliet Bryant, claims spark debate online. Quote unquote, he says, I saw Epstein shift in front of my eyes. It was like a weird hologram with big black eyes, like a reptilian, draconian alien sort of thing. Huh? He shared disturbing accounts of alleged abuse and claimed she was taken to Epstein private island. While her testimony adds to the documented crimes linked to Epstein, her recent statements have stirred widespread controversy. In a viral clip, Bryant claimed Epstein appeared as a shape-shifting reptilian-like entity with black eyes and said she's willing to take a lie detector test. The claims have also fueled conspiracy discussions online, but there's no credible evidence supporting such assumptions, with experts pointing to trauma or possible drug influence as factors affecting the perception. At this point, anything Jeffrey Epstein is 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 wild. Let me look at the comment section. Somebody said, "Why do such things happen in the United States only?" That's a good question. Even with the alien things, because aliens only land in the US. Wow. Trust me, they are worldwide. This is to discredit real victims. That's what happens when you're high. So was she high? Guys, chat, tell me. Do you think this woman was high? She's confessing that Jeffrey Epstein was a devil. She was a shapeshifter. He had demon features and characters. Her name is Bryant. Juliet Bryant. That's what she says. At this point, anything Epstein is believable. All right. There's some interesting updates as well on Matter Sports. Neymar posts a Bible verse after being left out of the Brazil squad. All right, let me read to it. Carlo Ancelotti, the new Brazil national team coach, left Neymar out of the squad for the upcoming games. Hours later, Neymar posted John 13:7 on his X. To his 50 million followers, the verse reads, "You do not realize what I am doing, but later you will understand," quote unquote. That is the Bible verse in John 13:7. Neymar has been open about his Christian faith his entire career. He also once said, "Life only makes sense when our highest ideal is to serve Christ. I believe him. 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 I believe him." Let me look at some of the comments. People just said amen, amen, amen. I actually saw a video of him. Oh my gosh. Like I told you guys, I have this condition where if I burp, I feel it directly in my eardrum and it's so painful. Like it's a sharp cutting, excruciating pain. Sharp cutting, excruciating pain. Why did they leave him out of the squad while all these baller games are happening? What? Is this true? So Cristiano Ronaldo is out with an injury, not available for the Portugal games.
This is according to Roberto Martinez confirms list of upcoming games in March ahead of the World Cup. Cristiano is not ready. He's injured. Oh my gosh. Why is Cristiano not why is he not featuring at the list? But the reason why is because he has an injury. So the attackers will be Joao Felix, Rafael Leo, Trincao, Pedro Neto, Concalo Quedes, Concalo Ramos, Ricardo Horta, Chico Concicao ahead of the World Cup 2026. I know Messi will be there. So that environment of Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo is wild. These guys haven't seen each other, I think, I don't know for how many. But it's unbelievable as well. I can't even put my mind to it that there's a time Neymar, Messi, Ronaldo, Mbappe were on the same football team, and these guys would meet and see each other face to face. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. I love Cristiano Ronaldo so much. I'm sure if this news reaches Ishowspeed, he's gonna cry. But also, there's an interesting update on Cristiano Ronaldo. He talks about Cristiano. I don't know if this is true or not. Cristiano Ronaldo reportedly buys her wife, I believe that's her girlfriend or her fiance, a star for $37.5 million to gift Georgina Rodriguez. Cristiano Ronaldo bought a star in the sky worth $37.5 million for his partner Georgina Rodriguez. I can see it right over here. Interesting. Let me see. Let me read the whole article, right? Let me read the whole article. So reports claim Cristiano Ronaldo spent a staggering $37.5 million to buy a star in the sky as a grand gesture for Georgina Rodriguez. However, it's worth noting that stars can't actually be owned. Most such purchases are symbolic naming rights sold by private companies not officially recognized by scientific bodies. Still, whether symbolic or not, the gestures screams next level romance and money. I don't know how true this is. Somebody says, bro, who the fuck is? How long does it take to deliver? I thought bro was smart. Mm, I know, I know. I understand your point of view. I'm selling Jupiter and Satan. Who wants to buy? That belongs to God, Cristiano Ronaldo. Who did he pay to? Jesus? Bro, do you get invoice? Anyways, like how far would you go to please your lover? I know Cristiano Ronaldo, they have kids with Georgina Rodriguez. But it's love. At the end of the day, it's love, man. You can never fight love, honestly. You can never fight love. You can never fight love. Love wins at the end of the day. Honestly, I'll tell you so. Love wins at the end of the day. And if Cristiano Ronaldo can afford it, why not? You'll go, you know the way they say love is blind. You go beyond, you go above and beyond to please, you know, to please your wife, to ensure that she's good. How many men are actually buying their wife infinite stuff like stars? I will buy you the moon and the sun. I will go beyond the ocean. I will cross the ocean. Oh my gosh, this is just wild. From Donald Trump. Good. I'm glad he's dead. President Donald Trump responding to the death of FBI chief, Chief Robert Mueller, who led Trump Russia investigations. All right, now former FBI Director Robert Mueller, who has investigated alleged Trump-Russia ties, has died at the age of 81, responding to news of his death on Truth Social. Donald Trump wrote, Robert Mueller just died. Good, good, I'm glad he's dead. He can no longer hurt innocent people. Mr. Mueller's 448-page report released in April of 2019 identified a substantial contacts between the Trump campaign and Russia, but did not allege a criminal conspiracy. He also laid out details about Mr. Trump's efforts to seize control of the investigation and even shut it down. Damn it! It's really sad. But one thing about President Donald Trump is he's a shock jock, He says it like he means it, but sometimes he does all these things in situations that require empathy, especially where life is lost, like this war between Iran, US, Israeli led, feud is bewildered, is terrible. It's terrible. Lives are being lost. Now there's an economic nosedive or downturn. Oil prices or fuel prices are now skyrocketing, and people have to put up with a pinch of that. But he keeps on, escalating these threats and saying he's gonna do the worst. Let me just read the comments. This is actually on Sky News. It says the sad thing is headlines like this don't even shock people anymore. Another said we need regime change in the United States, please, Iran. He's really a pleasant man, isn't he? I know that's a Democrat speaking right over there. Pretty much what the world is thinking about Trump. And then he tried to imprison Trump on false allegations. Yeah, you remember when Trump, at some point before he came into office, he had, there's also that hush money case between him and Stormy Daniels, the pornster. And then there were other cases as well. He was taken to court actually and charged. I believe everything was dropped when he became president, but they'll revive it once he exits office. The world is waiting for the big, beautiful obituary still to come. People still wishing him dead, you know, sad. All right, now Nicki Minaj sends cash to Tasha K, and it's going to Cardi B. So what happened was Tasha K has been. I think when I started watching American podcasters back in 2015, when I was doing radio, campus radio, some of the stories had shoplift to highlight them as trending hot stories on a radio segment update that had been given. I used to shoplift them from Tasha K. Then accompanied by the Wendy Williams show, and then TMZ, and then the Shared Room. So apparently there's some point Tasha K, who her podcast name is Unwine with Tasha K because she always had a glass of wine. She at some point broadcasted a story about Cardi B that allegedly it was not true. It ended up Cardi B suing. Cardi B took her to court, and the court ruled in favor of Cardi B, and so Tasha K had to pay. Is actually supposed to pay Cardi B $4 million for defamation, and it's monthly. So at some point, Tasha K lost everything. She became homeless, even though she didn't say that. But things, of course, conspiracy theories and naysayers and hula baloo left, right, and center. Juggerite came to the picture and said the reason why, you know, the reason why. Tasha K has been unable to actually broadcast is because she went financially bankrupt, and she's been not able to. She's not been at a position to actually send that kind of money. And it just turns out that Nicki Minaj is helping Tasha K to pay her debt. So Tasha K is continuing to chip away at the $4 million judgment she owes to Cardi B. This time with the help from Nicki Minaj, who's Cardi B's contender. During a recent live stream, Nicki Minaj reportedly sent a donation of around 3,000 US dollars, with Tasha K applying toward her ordered payments. The debt stems from a defamation lawsuit Cardi B won in 2019, leaving the blogger responsible for millions in damages. While the amount is small compared to what's owed, Nicki's involvement has sparked conversations online, given her history with Cardi. Tasha K has since thanked Nicki publicly, framing the gesture as support as she continues with working through long-term repayment plan. The moment highlights both the lasting impact of the case and how even small contributions are now part of Tasha K's path toward clearing a multi-million-dollar debt. That's really unfair. But of course, since Nicki Minaj is a MAGA, she joined President Donald Trump, she's actually on the receiving end. She's going to receive a lot of criticism. So far, so good. But she's at a position of power. Most definitely that was to secure as well some other industry stuff that are happening behind the scenes. And I believe as Nicki Minaj continues to be part of the MAGA brigade, there's a lot she's going to, you'd say there's a lot she's going to gain being part of President Donald Trump's administration in terms of influential places, or being at a position where she can secure let's say, opportunities, property, business, and even legal-wise, she is covered because this regime is in office until 2028. Still 2 years to go. 2 years to go, so she has time. I know she's been given that visa, the residency. Nicki Minaj is originally from Tobago, so she is definitely having a fun time with that. She's definitely having a fun time with that. But of course, anyone who associates themselves, especially those from Hollywood, who associate themselves with Republicans or especially Democrats, they're in trouble. And I believe that's the flack Nicki Minaj is receiving. But it's interesting to see that she is supporting Tasha K, who has had a lot of drama on her sleeve. That's just interesting, man. Geoffrey Masiria visits Timmy Tidat at his Dope Record studio in Machakos after netizens claimed that he is suffering. What? After seeing a photo circulating online claiming Kenyan musician and superstar Timmy Tidat was suffering, I decided to visit him, and indeed life has been difficult on his side. Here's what I found out. Welcome to Dope Records. Timmy Tidat. Geoffrey Masiria wants to sell Timmy Tidat. I don't know what usually happens with the artists, but he still looks good. He still looks good. He still has his body. He still has that good looking body. Is that Barack Jacuzzi or what? No, that's not Barack Jacuzzi. I'm really sure Barack Jacuzzi wouldn't be anywhere near Timmy Tidat. Yeah, that talking. What usually happens with the artists? This is how he looks like. What usually happens with the artists? But it could happen to anyone, even you, even me. All you need to do is just take precaution. I've been in this industry, in this music industry, and I tell you, it's wild. It's wild. Oh, I've just seen Brashia Gray, who was recently in Kenya. He's actually posted a photo right over here. I think it's an Instagram reel. There it goes. He said it's captioned Kenya, you're a great vibe. Do you guys remember that Brashia Gray is an actor from Empire? He's a former actor in Empire. He currently does content on OnlyFans, but he was recently seen at a club appearance in Nairobi. And people are saying things do not look good for him. Tin addresses the lack of unity and the presence of envy among women in the music industry. That's what you get. Former Cabinet Secretary Raphael Tuju is reportedly missing after suspected abduction. Vehicle found abandoned in Karen. The abductions again have begun. Very sickening regime, some of those comments actually. So they're saying, however, a family spokesperson says Tuju disappeared under unclear circumstances, raising concern among relatives and close associates. His son, Mano Tuju, explains that his father had left home heading to an interview. However, it remains unclear whether he arrived at the planned engagement. The family says worry grew after several attempts to reach him failed. His lawyer adds that repeated calls to his phone went unanswered, prompting them to report the matter to authorities and request immediate help in tracing him. On Sunday morning, Mano says he received a call from the officer commanding station at Karen Police Station. The officer informed him that Tuju's vehicle had been found abandoned along Miotoni Lane in Karen area of Nairobi. Tuju's disappearance comes at a time when he has been at the center of public attention over an ongoing property dispute with the state. The former CS has been involved in disagreements concerning prime land in Karen and Upper Hill. He has also been resisting efforts to auction his properties, including a recent eviction from his current residence. Tuju has accused unnamed powerful individuals of being behind his troubles, claiming they are working to push him out of his assets. This just reminds me of my dad's abduction by the state. My dad was working for the government. He was abducted in 2018 towards 2019. And the same thing, he had a work meeting in the evening. From there, he was whisked by unidentified people from the work meeting to a different location. They beat him, tortured him, maimed him, and then threw his body under the river. All the phone calls to his number went unanswered. Later on, he was admitted in the ICU and he died on 6th of March, 2019. Yeah. I, I can, when I see such stories, it actually just takes me there. Anyways, I think that's that. I don't want to get deep into that. I don't want to get deep into that. I want to get deep into that. Neymar's live reaction to Ancelotti's decision to not include him in the Brazil squad. Man, Neymar is a good-looking player. Neymar is fit. He's fit. He's good-looking. He's skilled. He's talented.
Hendrik, Gabriel Martinelli, Igor Thiago, Luis Enriquez, Mateus Cunha, Rafinha, Raya, Vinicius Junior, obrigado.
Passou da seleção e não fomos convocados. Fico triste, ó. Mas é isso que eu falei. Eu falei, ó.
Robert Mueller, Robert Mueller, I believe it's Mueller. Robert Mueller, former FBI chief who investigated Trump, dies at 81. President celebrates. Yeah. Of course, that's what President Donald Trump is good at. When his time comes and someone fixes the mouth to tell people not to celebrate, oh, may the Lord have the exact mercy on you that you have on others. His karma is going to be something we'll all witness. I'm sure of it. Words are very powerful, but go off. I'm starting to think karma doesn't exist.
If I open up IG and I see y'all post, I would like it because y'all are my friends and y'all are people that I like people really see your shit. Just keep scrolling.
Yeah. So, Fabulous, he's a rapper. I really like what you done to me. He's actually featured on that with Tamia. He says he doesn't understand why a friend who follows you on social media would see your post and scroll past it without liking it. And I'm also asking the very same thing. You know me. You see my post, you follow me. Why do you see my post and then you just scroll past through it? Shows you have a lot of envy in your heart. You have a lot of envy in your heart, man. You shouldn't go past my post if you know that, if you know that
Married once divorced. Rather married once, married children.
So veteran actor says, someone is praying for the life you are complaining about, so be grateful. Absolutely big time. Absolutely big time. Yes, be grateful for that life you have because somebody is praying for it. And he's giving an example of there's those who are in marriage, they're praying for divorce. There's those who don't have marriage, they're praying to get into marriage. There's those who are in debt, they're praying to be debt free. There's those who are billionaires, but they're having sleepless nights and I wish and praying that, I wish I would have never been this successful. Or maybe it should have been, is it transitional or progressional? So yeah, that's a good lesson to learn from as well. That life that you have right now, where you are in life right now, there's somebody praying for that kind of life. So be grateful, be cheerful, be delightful. The Bible, is it the Bible? Yes, the Bible says, this is the day that the Lord has made. We must be glad in it. So be glad in the day that the Lord has made, because not everybody has had a chance to wake up and live and see today. So be grateful and keep your head up. It's not easy. It doesn't get easier. You just fight harder. It doesn't get easier. You just fight harder. All right. Palm Beach Pete says he's not changing his look despite the frequent comparisons to Jeffrey Epstein. So there's a video on social media. Oh my gosh, my ear is extremely painful. So there's a Jeffrey Epstein lookalike who has gone viral on social media, and people have captured several portions of the clip and shared it, saying some of them are even claiming he is a clone version of Jeffrey Epstein. We all know Jeffrey Epstein died in 2019. He was convicted of racketeering, sex and child trafficking, drug trafficking, money laundering, plus many other charges. He allegedly, I don't know if it was confirmed, but he died in a jail cell, allegedly by suicide. The thing is, what is not clear is where he was buried. No details about where his grave or his tomb is. Uh, when these Jeffrey Epstein files are being unleashed, some of them are redacted to favor mostly actually the Republicans, and of course Donald Trump was one of the major characters that featured in it. Recently, we saw even names like Oprah Winfrey that are being dropped left, right, and center. Even Elon Musk. Recently, we saw billionaire Microsoft founder, that is Bill Gates. He actually apologized. Former President Bill Clinton, featured in it, as well. So many photos and videos are still being, unleashed and dropped. So he says he's a better version. His name is Palm Beach Pete. That's what he calls himself. He says he's just a better good-looking version of Jeffrey Epstein. But the gag is, he says he managed to attend one of Jeffrey Epstein's parties. And he says Jeffrey Epstein was mysterious, unpredictable, and he had weird, odd energy. How believable is this? Do you believe, guys, that the cloning thing is real? That there's people who died way back, but they reincarnated, or they went through that process of being changed and became somebody else. They came back as somebody else. I think this conspiracy has been really massive among the rap community. And I'll give you a name of Gucci Man. Gucci Man, who is a rapper. He went to jail. He came back, totally looks different. Another rapper who went to jail and came back looking different is Fetty Wap. Fetty Wap went to jail, came back. I don't know. Can you really relate to the Fetty Wap of 2015, 2016? I'm in on a lot for money, and I'm in a lot for money. I don't think this. I don't even think they sound the same. Another rapper who went to jail recently, I think it's Blueface. Blueface was slim and and slender and fit. He went to jail. He came back. He's So I don't know. Do you believe this cloning thing is real, guys? Do you believe it's a real thing? And here's what Palm Beach Pete looks like. This Jeffrey Epstein lookalike.
Hair, all right. Like Jeffrey Epstein. Did you ever think about just shaving your hair or changing your look, or are you just embracing this?
I'm me. I'm Palm Beach Pete. I'm a regular guy. I'm retired. I lived in the city for a long time. Worked in commercial real estate. I love to play tennis. I'm very social. I'm not going to change. This guy is dead, and he was a really bad person. And I can hold my head high. I didn't do anything. I just happen to have similar looks. I'm just a better looking version than Jeffrey.
Are you worried that people kind of avoid you because they don't want to have a picture taken, and then all of a sudden it gets posted and people say, "Oh, this was taken in 2015." Right. Me and Jeffrey Epstein.
No. I think people think the thing is hilarious. And I honestly, Harvey, never had a bad encounter.
So are people coming up to you and asking for selfies to take pictures?
Yes. I was at a restaurant just outside of Palm Beach, and the bartender wanted to take a photo of me. A bunch of Generation Zers were at a table. I went by their table, and I said, "You're talking about me, aren't you?" And they said, "You're the guy that went viral." I said, "That's me." So it's happening. I was at a restaurant today. A server came up and shook my hand and said, "Can I shake your hand?" So it's out there, Harvey. Back in the day, when I was living in the city, I went to a couple of parties, and Epstein was there. at a party, and he was kind of creepy, just sitting on a couch, staying to himself, and he wasn't the magnitude that he is or was. So he wasn't a big deal. He was mysterious. People didn't know how he made his money and where he, what his story was. But I never really encountered him and had a conversation with him. I just saw him at a party.
Well, you've got to explain to us.
Boom. Boom. So he went to a Jeffrey Epstein party, man. He went to a Jeffrey Epstein party. Guys.
Want something from you, and you can't tell. You can't tell if people want to be around you, people want to fuck with you. Like, for you, bro, like, that shit is hard, bro. Like, that shit, like, it's hard to be a streamer, bro. It's hard to just be a creator because you don't know what's real, bro. I'm trying to really, I'm trying to understand reality, bro. That's one thing I would tell you, bro. Like, I want something from you, and you can't tell. You can't tell if people want to be around you, people want to fuck with you. Like, for you, bro, like, that shit is hard, bro. Like, that shit, like, it's hard to be a streamer, bro. It's hard to just be a creator because you don't know what's real, bro. I'm trying to really, I'm trying.
Sad, man. I mean, I feel his story. It's only painful. There's a Swahili saying that says mkuki kwa nguruwe ni mtamu, kwa binadamu ni uchungu, right? I don't know if those are the exact words, but this dude is actually a streamer. Says it's difficult to even be a streamer because you just don't know who is around you for real, or they're after something, or they're with you for cloud. Because it's difficult. It's difficult to actually be a streamer, and that one I can perfectly get it. Even right now, I'm streaming, and I can tell you, the thing is just start. You just start, but it's not easy. Even making that decision to start is progress. So I understand. But the good thing is I can see he has people in the chat talking, saying all this, giving feedback while he's crying.
Want something from you.
It's a good looking dude. It's a good looking dude right over there.
Be around you, people want to fuck with you. Like, for you, bro,
light skin
like,
dude.
that shit is hard, bro. Like, that shit, like, it's hard to be a streamer, bro. It's hard to just be a creator because you don't know what's real, bro. I'm trying to really, I'm trying to understand reality.
Yes, that is all over his
That's one
body.
thing I would tell you, bro. Like,
Yeah, I mean, that tells a story because how many times do you see men in general who can exhibit that level of vulnerability, where they're saying it like the minute, and it's accompanied by tears. It's not bad to cry, but society has set it up in a way that if a man sheds a tear, he's feminine, he's not masculine enough, he can't do it in life, he was weak, and all those things. So I think hearing it from his mindset and his perspective and his panoramic point of view, I think he deserves support, because if this was a lady, there'd be millions of men jumping in his DM telling him, "Come, baby, come, I will give you this, you're a queen, you're too beautiful to cry." For a man, nobody will ever tell you that, bro. So when a man is vulnerable, we need to divert support to him. But the comment section is wild. The comment section is wild. Somebody said, "This is the softest I've seen in a minute. Try waking up to a forklift every day." And somebody said, "I feel you." Another one said, "You ain't dead or in jail, chin up and chest out." Somebody said, "This is what happens when you don't slap box enough growing up." Okay, Kai. Trolling is what you signed up for. Talk to God and get some better discernment. It's okay. When a man is vulnerable, he gets bashed and shut down. So all we can say is we wish this dude the best of luck and ensure that you subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video, guys. Thank you.